Okay, this is the coolest, one of the coolest readings ever. Okay. This is how I learned about animals and reincarnation being real, even though I knew about reincarnation and all that bullshit, but this is me witnessing it, okay? I actually got to witness it. Okay, my experience with knowing about it. Finally knowing and experiencing it. The real truth about the bullshit. Okay, I was walking and I was walking downtown or some shit, looking and I was like really exhausted, and I was like closing my eyes, ready to go home. I was just gonna walk home. I said I give up. Ain't nothing to do here. It's boring, you know. But I walked. This Virgo walked by me, and Virgos are the most readablest sign of ever, and I love Virgos. They're so charming. They give the best head. They do. They have angelic mouths and stuff. It's really cool. And it's not like they know how to do a good technique or anything. It's just they have physical good things about them, qualities about them, just like all the physical signs. It's really funny. But anyways, Virgos are so readable. Their energy is on the outside of them, you know. And they wear the personality on the outside. It's like a satellite to see God. It's a satellite to hear God, hear spirits, hear everything. Virgos are it. If you want to practice on your psychic ability, especially psychic Pisces, read a Virgo. They are so readable. They lie all the time, and you can prove them wrong all the time. It's funny, they just enthusiastically lie. It's funny. You prove them wrong all day. It's not like trying to prove wrong as Taurus, because Taurus will be like, I'm right and you're wrong. Anyways, this is how, it's really funny. Who gives shit? This is how I learned about reincarnation and being real. Done. I had gay psychic readings on humans and all that bullshit about reading about reincarnation and seeing their past lives and what a psychic told them and stuff, but that could be me just reading a dream that they had, or just a vision that they had shared with another psychic, and that could be anything, because you can read people's imagination. You can see their imagination. And okay, well, being validated now. Okay, there was this Virgo. I walked him down the street because I was like, hey, what are you doing, whatever, I guess. And turned out to see a Virgo. We sat down. Right when we sat down, he was readable. I got to pick up on his uncle, his brother, his wife, his blah blah blah. I got to pick up all this stuff. But towards the end of the reading, towards the end, I picked, you know, I was doing psychic reading for a long time, but I got to pick up on his two birds. A grandma bird is what I call her. She was like a parakeet. She was green. And a yellow bird who was a guy, who I picked up on those guy. He was always in the cage because he was not behaved as good to be outside. And plus, I guess he wasn't clipped too. I don't remember. And he was mad about just always being scooped up in the cage, and not fair that the grandma bird, green bird, was outside happily coexisting with this big giant dog. This dog was like, looks like a Dalmatian, looked like an Egyptian dog. You know what those skinny dogs look like or whatever. That kind of color, grayish, black, whatever the fuck. Long muzzle, ears that go up to here, you know, pointing up and shit. And that dog came through, and he was really best telepathic talker. Well, anyways, the bird told me where she came from, and I never heard of this before. The Virgo, okay, the bird told me that the Virgo was working at a homeless shelter in the food, and he was doing the kitchen lunch man lady, whatever the fuck. And it turns out on the side of, in the lunchroom, there was a pet storage type thing, like a shelf full of pets that are ready to be adopted. Turned out to be that granny bird. Really weird. And I've never heard of any pets being in some kind of what's it called, homeless shelter, really, and especially in a lunch place until this time, this psychic reading I gave to him or whatever. But that's cool. And then the Virgo confirmed it, that was true. That all happened. He got the bird from the homeless shelter at the lunch thing, and he worked there and blah blah blah. Okay, anyways, the dog. The best part about it was the dog telling me telepathically all this stuff. But I'm gonna sum it up because it was really long and it was really good. The dog told me, see, I love astrology. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my fucking time trying to get these studies on astrology. You're not wasting your time either if you're into astrology. Because, you know what? Spirits, when I give people psychic readings, the spirits tell me they're psychic. I mean, they're fucking astrology sign, okay? And it's true. This dog told me he was an Aquarius. And I said, well, Mr. Virgo, that's alive and shit that I'm giving a psychic reading to. What's your dog's birthday? And the Virgo said his birthday was February 12th. Aquarius, Abraham Lincoln's Aquarius moon in Capricorn, but that doesn't mean this dog is, but it means that the dog is an Aquarius, and that dog told me the truth. And they telepathically talk to me like an alien, because aliens are clear as fuck when they talk, and it's really good. Some of them are, you know what I mean? And I have another story about aliens I've talked to. It's really fun. Several different experiences. Okay. The Aquarius dog told me that he really liked, he was waiting for, he told me lots of things. He told me that Virgo's nephew or something called him Michael Jackson or something, because that was his name, Michael or some shit. I don't remember. One of the animals was named Michael, and his nephew called him Michael Jackson for funny, you know? And it was cute. And okay, that was true. And well, the dog, you know, the Aquarius dog told me, he told me, he was going to, he told me, about reincarnation. He taught me about reincarnation. Let's get to the point. Oh, first, he told me that he really liked, he was looking forward to the Virgo coming home, and he smelled like cinnamon rolls. He's always smelling for cinnamon rolls. And then the Virgo actually came home and gave him cinnamon rolls all the time. I was like, well, Mr. Virgo, is that true? Yeah, it's true, because the Virgo said he actually worked at a cinnamon roll place or whatever. And fed his dog cinnamon rolls, and he liked it. And his dog also said that the Virgo skinned this tangerine, not this orange, but this tangerine into a ball and threw it to the dog. And the dog ate it and loved it. And how many dogs like these kind of fruits, you know? How many dogs would, like, smell it and say, I'm going to eat that? Not every dog would, you know? I don't know. But these big dogs, they usually are like garbage disposals and stuff. But this one, how you know, who would know this? I do, because the dog's telling me from the dead. Hello. That was true. So that means he likes tangerines and he likes cinnamon rolls. And this dog told me that he reincarnated to this Virgo over and over and over when the Virgo was little, and he would reincarnate to him all the time. And then the Aquarius showed me the dogs that he was. They were different breeds and different colors. So you can be different shapes, different breeds, whatever the fuck, when you reincarnate as a dog, anyways. And that was all true. I got to see like at least 3 reincarnations of the dog and skimming through and telling the Virgo what that looked like, and it was all confirmed that he did have dogs like that. And because it was the same one, reincarnating back to the Virgo. I don't know why. They just have soulmate history, and they decided to reincarnate back to the same person in their meaningless, lonely existence of life, and decided to want to come back because, I guess, they liked each other. I don't see why. Just kidding. That would be fun. I mean, that is real. So your animal can reincarnate back to you, whether they like you or not, or because they love you, or they just automatically love you because, you know, there's nothing. They love your food, or that's all they know, or they got the choice and they got to reincarnate back to you. I don't know. That's just something to question, which is funny. Soulmates, hey, get over it. Have the contract, be together, deal with it. Okay, you know, I was reading this Virgo guy. Okay, this Aquarius dog told me I would come back to you now, reincarnate back to you now, but I can't because your family doesn't want to have any animals. And I asked the Virgo if that was true, and the Virgo said, yeah, that's true. His family doesn't want any animals in the house and shit. You know, kind of like my situation. We have carpet, that's new, it's white, and shaggy and retarded. Whatever. But I really want a dog again. Okay, anyways, then the Aquarius dog said, I'm gonna come back to you in 3 years. And I'm like, well, Mr. Virgo, what's gonna happen in 3 years? The Virgo told me in 3 years his wife's gonna get out of prison, they're gonna get an apartment together, and they were talking about getting a dog again, another dog. And then the Aquarius dog, the spirit Aquarius dog, told me, I'm either gonna come back to you as a girl, or I'm gonna come back to you with a girl. That's exactly what the Aquarius dog told me in spirit. So that means he can change genders when he reincarnates, change colors, be different breeds. That's amazing. Hey, wonder if humans can do that too. Hopefully, surely we can, you know, but I'm gonna witness it. I'm gonna go by what a spirit tells me. Like, that is the coolest thing ever. That's what I learned about animals actually reincarnating, witnessed or whatever. Okay? And of course, it's the best to talk to. Aliens and everything. Grooviness. Well, that was that cool psychic reading. Hopefully you got it, because I'm all fast and who gives a shit, and I'm looking for, this is my yard, looking for the button. Okay, found it. Toodle.